And good morning, Jeunesse family. Welcome to our North America Regional Expo. My name is DeAndre Brown, Regional Sales Manager here for the North America market. I'll be your host today for some amazing masterclass segments. So what I want you guys to do right now is get out your pens, your pencils, your pads, and get ready for some amazing quality speakers today. So they're going to give all the knowledge that they've gained from all these years in the network marketing industry. All right, so get ready. With getting started right, here to get us started right, this is our first speaker who's widely considered as a trailblazer in the direct sales industry. With almost 2 decades of experience, he has helped millions of distributors worldwide. For him and his wife, Tammy, it's more than just about building people or building a company. It's about building and empowering for them to reach their full potential. So please welcome to the stage my good friend, Diamond Director, Mark Smith.
All right, awesome. So we're ready to go? All right, sorry about that, guys. We're ready to go here. This is Mark Smith here at headquarters in Orlando. Very excited to be here. I want to thank DeAndre not only for hosting today, but also the hard work he does. I know that this place is like the power plant. Down here at headquarters, Jeunesse, things are always running. Such a global company that it's 24/7, regardless of the situation around the world right now with COVID-19. Jeunesse is keeping it going, and I just appreciate the home office and the founders for keeping everything running, and especially these expos that have just been incredible with being able to pull them off live. It's just amazing. So my section today is going to be how to get started right. And I want to kind of look at this in 2 ways, right? And if you guys can just start my countdown clock, that'll help me with that. If you guys can trigger the countdown, thank you. And so what I want to do is I want to look at it twofold. One, you as a new distributor, how you get started right. And then 2, how you get someone started right that you sponsor in the business. And so the best way to get good at sponsoring people in the business is for you to obviously have a good sponsor that takes you through the Jeunesse Getting Started Right program. And so I want to, step 1, direct you right to where this information that I'm going to be sharing with you is. And where that information is in your back office, in your Jeunesse back office. And what you want to do when you go in there, you want to click on Tools, and you want to click on Getting Started Right. And in there is amazing tools. There's a 2-section document that's going to take you through almost everything that we're going to do here today. I'm going to give you the abbreviated version. In there also, you're going to find some printable documents, some what I like to call memory documents. Those are areas where you can write down lists of contacts that you have. We're going to teach you what to do with that list, whether it's going to be introducing some product services of Jeunesse or as a distributor, introducing them to the opportunity, okay? So step 1 is go into your Jeunesse back office, find out where the Getting Started program is, download all the applicable documents, spend time going through some of the checklists that are in there that teach you how to set up your wallet and different things you want to do to operate your Jeunesse business, okay? Now, I'm going to go into step 1 is, where do I find the information? Step 2 is your why. I probably spend more time on why are you in this business? What got you excited about Jeunesse? What gets you up early in the morning? What keeps you up late at night? In other words, what are you passionate about? I can tell you that whether it's your Jeunesse business, whether it's a fitness goal, whether it's a goal as a parent or as a husband or a wife, we all have all these goals, different goals in our lives. They're not all about business, right? Now, today's about business, but you can use this skill set about determining your why for pretty much any area of your life. And why I'm going to spend probably the most time in my segment today talking about your why is I've learned after 20 plus years in this industry that if you're not passionate about something, if you're not goal driven, if you're not focused on a specific kind of set of skill sets to get you to this certain benchmark in your goalscape, if you would, it's pretty hard to get there, okay? And that's kind of like joining a gym and saying, okay, I have no idea why I'm going to join this gym, but I'm going to show up every day, even though it's early in the morning, even though it's hard, grueling work. I don't feel like getting out of bed early in the morning, going to the gym, but I have no reason or why or desire to get in shape. How many days do you think that you would get up in a row to go to this gym in which you don't know why you're there, you don't know what your fitness goal is, you're not passionate about it, maybe you don't have things to remind you why you want to go to the gym, like being healthy or looking good or feeling good, cutting out some photos of what a healthy person looks like, right? Cutting out photos of the different good foods that you want to put in your body. It would be really hard to show up at that gym every single morning if you weren't goal-driven, right? No different in your Jeunesse business, because there's going to be some ups and downs. I want to get you in the right mindset as a new distributor. There's going to be ups and downs. And it's kind of interesting. Sometimes when you meet with a new distributor and you say, hey, look, not everything's going to go your way. Not everybody's going to say yes. Not everyone's going to recognize the need for our products. Most people do, but not everybody. Okay, you're not going to get a yes 100% of the time. Not everybody's going to recognize the opportunity. Think about this. If everyone in the world recognized an opportunity drove by them, what would the world look like, right? It would look totally different, right? There would be a lot more successful people. There would be a lot more education in society of how to recognize an opportunity 101. That is just not how it is. It takes a special person to recognize that opportunity. And so you're not always going to get yeses. So if you're not focused on a personal goal or a personal why, what's your passion, what's your drive, are you purpose-driven, then those little things like a no, or someone saying I'm not interested, or it's the timing is not right for me, or I'm not interested in the opportunity, or I'm not sure I need that product, that could knock you out of the game. That literally could knock you out of the box at being successful at your Jeunesse business. That's why having a why and determining those goals up front on the getting started process is so significant, okay? Very, very important. So let me give you some things I've done in establishing my why. Now, if today was your first day in Jeunesse, your goals are going to be very different, right? You're going to have a goal probably to earn your startup costs back. That should definitely be a goal. You're going to have a goal to get your first promotion. I like to say the 2 Ps in getting someone started right is getting them paid and getting them promoted. Doesn't matter how much or how big of a promotion, it's a little win. You know, human nature is little win on top of little win on top of little win, keeps us in the game, keeps that fuel going, keeps that, we get our music down and our drive, because we're getting little win after little win after little win. Not necessarily, you know, you're going to go diamond in your first month, okay? You know, now that's great to be that motivated and say, hey, I'm going to go diamond my first month, but let's be realistic. That's probably not a realistic goal, right? To go diamond in your first month, okay? I'm sure someone's probably done it in this company because this company's a machine, right? But let's not set you up for failure and say, hey, I'm going to go diamond month 1, right? I know one thing, you have to go executive before you go diamond, okay? And so have realistic goals that will keep you going. So what I've done, you know, personally, in my career of over 20 years is day 1, your goal is going to be different. Okay, after your first month, you probably shift the goal a little bit more. 6 months in, you're going to probably materialize some different goals. 2 years in, your goals are going to be completely different than your first day at Jeunesse, okay? So what is your why? Okay, let's talk about short-term, medium-range, and long-term goals. What is your why? Okay, what's your big one? Let's first talk about that. When you looked at Jeunesse for the first time, what got you super excited about what's going on in this business? And why did you join? What did you see yourself accomplishing in Jeunesse? You know, for me personally, when I first looked at the relationship marketing industry, network marketing, it was a way out of the grind, right? At that time, I was in the military. I loved my military job, but man, it was 80 hours a week for very small money, right? Now, it was a fulfilling career, but I wanted some way, some backup plan. You know, I was about to be a new dad when I first looked at this industry, so I started to have that reality check of, oh wow, real life is hitting you, and now you need to figure out what is your source of income long term. How are you going to have more time with your kids? If you like to travel like I do, how are you going to be able to travel? And so for me, it was, wow, I saw a light at the end of the tunnel looking at network marketing thinking, well, this is a way for me to have that, you know, what I've always had as a vision of having that family and being able to have family time and having enough money to be able to provide for my family. So a lot of people are going to come to the table at some type of a passion like that, right? Then, so that's your long-term goal. What's your medium range goal? Okay, is that, you know, what are you looking for? Are you setting an income goal? Is it spare time income? Is it part-time income? Is it full-time income? Where do you find yourself in your journey here with Jeunesse? And then what is your short-term goal? In other words, what are we going to accomplish the first few days? What are we going to accomplish in your first week and your first 30 days? I really look at getting started right between your first week and your 30-day mark. here at Jeunesse. I think it's important to establish that, okay? So that's your why. Now, your why starts today if you're a new distributor. If you've been around a while, you already have heard, setting goals in your why, and you've probably materialized that why into several pages in a journal. But as a new distributor, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop creating that why. Don't stop. That journey is, the journey is not 30 days, okay? We're talking 30 days right now, but the whole journey isn't 30 days. So we're going to give it to you in bite-sized pieces, but continue to dream builds, continue to drive that why, okay? So step number 3 is to get your first promotion. I talked a little bit, and I was being a little facetious about it, like, it's great to say I want to go diamond in my first 30 days, but I've got to tell you what, we've got to be realistic. How do you go diamond? You go executive. So you want to set up your team. You want to get your left side, your left side of your team going, your right side of your team going, and get your structure in place, right? And that's called going executive. If you really look at the compensation plan here at Jeunesse, everything is based on executive, right? So if you go all the way from executive all the way to diamond, it's just going to be a replication of duplicating executives in your organization. It's why I actually feel the most important rank in the system. It's your most important promotion ever. Because if you just think about this, if you can go executive, one on your left, one on your right, okay? If you can go executive, you can teach someone else to go executive. So when your sponsor, when your mentor, when your upline coaches are telling you to slow down a little bit and focus on these fundamentals, they're not trying to control your speed of growth. They're trying to give you the decades of experience that they probably have in the industry to say, slow down to go fast, okay? Slow down, learn how to hit that first rank and promotion. Learn how to duplicate that first rank and promotion, because the whole entire compensation plan is built on that, okay? So my first thing that I'd like to do with a new person is once I establish, why are they doing this business? Because if someone says, hey, I'm looking to make $100 a month, I'm going to give them the information to teach them how to make $100 a month. If someone's why is, Mark, I want to replace a part-time job or a full-time income, I need to teach them a lot more things, and I need to know the time frame in which they want to earn that money. Okay, so that's going to probably fluctuate from person to person, but the one thing I know for sure is once I establish the why, I'm going to immediately shift into getting that first rank of executive. The next thing we're going to do, and in there when we talk about their why and we talk about hitting that first rank of executive, we're going to establish a list. When you go into your back office and you click on tools and then getting started right, you're going to see a contact list in there. I like to call it a memory jogger as well. I like to jog my new distributor's memory on the people that they know. And this is an important exercise of getting started right. Okay, first lesson I can give you, or first great tip, is don't prejudge anybody. Okay, a lot of us do that. In other words, we come in the business and our sponsor says, okay, now let's write a list of everybody you know that potentially would be interested in the product or the opportunity here with Jeunesse. Here's what human nature is to do. We prejudge, right? So we instantly start prejudging people. And what I might mean by that is this person's lazy, this person's already rich, this person doesn't like sales, this person's not motivated, this person doesn't like to travel, this person doesn't take nutritional products. We just start prejudging everybody on how we think they'll fit into whether they would look at Jeunesse or not. Here's what I've learned. You probably wouldn't have talked to me about Jeunesse if I was your neighbor. I was full-time in the military. I loved my job. I was, going 100 miles an hour at my military career. I was in a cardiovascular cath lab program in the Navy. And I would have probably been the last person that you would have knocked on my door. Hey, neighbor, are you open to looking at an opportunity to generate more income? You probably would have said, hey, that guy next door is crazy about the military, doesn't care about money. He obviously is not making that much money because his tires are a little worn on his car and his registration looks like it's expired. That's actually where I was at the time when I first found network marketing. And you may have prejudged me, but what you didn't know inside was I loved the military, but I wasn't making enough income. I didn't want to leave the military, but I wanted to make more income. My wife was expecting our first child, so I needed to have more income. What you might not have known is we wanted to make it so my wife didn't have to go to a traditional job and could stay at home with our daughter, Caitlin, at the time, right? And so don't prejudge. Don't think you know some situation from the outside. What you're going to find is even successful people, because sometimes people say, well, I don't want to talk to someone that's already successful because they're already successful. What would they want to do with a business like this? Well, they're successful for a reason. See, they're successful because they know how to recognize an opportunity, right? And so successful people are the people, some of the first people I went to, because successful people recognize a successful company. With the awards that Jeunesse Global has, and with the track record over 10 years that Jeunesse Global has, when you bring a successful entrepreneur to the table and you say, take a look at this company, you'll be shocked at what a successful person will do and how they will evaluate this company and how they'll look at the numbers and the awards and look at you. It's a serious company. This is a serious success track record. I mean, 145 plus countries in 10 years, that's unheard of. Like, show me more about this company. So the first lesson I can give you in making a contact list, do not, absolutely do not prejudge any on your list, thinking they will or they won't. What I've also learned is this: the people that you think will sign up in your Jeunesse business and run with it may never even look at the video, may never open the brochure, may never even try the product. It's just the weirdest thing. And then the people that you may be scared to talk to, I call it your chicken list. Oh, that's my chicken list. I'm not calling that person. I'll wait till I'm successful. Those are the people that would jump in with both feet and run 100 miles an hour with you. So don't prejudge. I've proven this so many times in my 20 years in this industry. It's really amazing what ends up happening on who will and who won't. Okay, so really take that exercise when you go to the website on making your contact list. Really make sure that you take that exercise serious, because the bigger the list, the more people you can expose to the product opportunity, and the more, it's a numbers game. The more people you expose, the more yeses you'll get, the more maybes you get, and the more people you'll come back to later. If you have a list of 5 people, you may get 5 no's, right? So I always tell people in getting started, right, you want to shoot for 50 to 100 people. Now, it's kind of funny when a lot of people will say, well, I don't really know 50 people. Well, that would be impossible, okay? Unless you've been locked in a closet your whole life and you never saw the light of day, I don't think that there's a person that I know that doesn't know at least 50 people. But what it is that it's the prejudge. Well, I know 50 people, but 49 of them are probably not interested. That's that whole prejudge thing that comes up, okay? So you want to shoot 50 to 100 people to put on your list. And we're going to teach you what to do with them, okay? Step number 4, we call this get 10 in play right away. Okay, what does that mean? Well, as a new distributor, I try to never forget where I came from. So how do you remember what it was like 20 years ago? Here's what it was like 20 years ago. I was scared. I was nervous. I had those nervous butterflies in my stomach, like half the stomach was nervous butterflies. And I tell people jokingly now, and half the stomach were broke butterflies, like broke as in I didn't have money, okay? And so I was struggling in a military income with a new baby in the way. I was struggling, right? So it's kind of like the broke butterflies beat up the nervous butterflies, and I got to work. But here's one thing I definitely noticed is I wanted to learn everything first. I wanted to master everything first, because in life, a lot of us go through formal education, right? You get your first 12 years, and then those that go on to college get their next 4 years, and then those that go on to some of the upper degrees will go another 2 years or another 4 years. And so if you really look at it, you know, you're really looking at 16 years of formal education to get through your bachelor's degree. You might go into 20 years when you go into master's and graduate degree. Just think about that for a second. So human nature is we're programmed that we need to learn 100% of everything before we do the job. For me, an advantage for me was being in the military. You learn a very little about your job, but you learn the necessary parts of your job and also where to find information. And you do what's called OJT, on-the-job training, right? So I think the military is mastered. They give you the education that you need, and then they go ahead and they put you right in, and you have a mentor, kind of like a sponsor, right? It's a lot like network marketing. And you hit these different ranks, just like network marketing, just like in the military. And that sponsor, and it literally is like a sponsor, that person mentors you, and they teach you what to do, right? And they teach you how to go out there and perform your job. And you're not there alone. It's the same thing here at Jeunesse. We're not going to just throw you out there and there's no one to ask a question to and you're all alone. But here's what we like to call it. It's called paralysis through analysis. I need to know everything. I need to learn everything. I need to read everything. I need to go through the whole website. Paralysis through analysis. In other words, we don't get anything done because we get stuck in the education part. We just want to educate. Okay? Well, here's the best part about our business. You get to earn while you learn. Okay? And that should excite you. Okay? But for some of you, you go, oh no, that means I got to go out there and do my business. Okay? You get to earn while you learn. Don't hide behind, I need to learn everything first before I earn. Because 20 years later, I'm still learning things about this business. Okay, so if you wait and wait and wait and wait, that first month, that second month, that third month will fly by, and you won't take care of the 2 Ps. You won't get paid and promoted. And we want to do that in your first month, right? At a minimum in your first month. A lot of people say in your first week, because we call it your belief check. Show you that first promotion, show you that first commission check. That's the belief check, right? Keeps you going, get your belief level up. So in this step, when we talk get 10 in play right away, it's our way, day 1 or day 2 in your business. I like 24 to 48 hours. Let's get 10 people that you know at the top of your list and expose them to the product or the opportunity. 10 in play right away, okay? 10 in play right away. Now, step number 5 is launch with an event, okay? Launch with an event is a very important thing. Sometimes people try to do it all onesies and twosies by themselves, but you're new. Allow your sponsor, allow your upline coaches to help you to get those 10 in play right away, but also to launch with an event. That event's probably going to be virtual. You might invite some folks over to your home, and you might Zoom in your sponsor, okay? You may do an online Zoom where you invite some folks and you have a couple of different speakers and a couple of people sharing their testimonial about how they use the product or how they've used this opportunity to supplement their income, okay? But you want to launch your business. It's a grand opening of your business. Don't just kind of stick your toes in the water, right? A lot of people try to do that, test it out. You don't want to test it out, okay? You want to go full force, get 10 in play right away and launch with an event within your first week. I like to say have a second event at some point within your first month. So first week, 1 event, second event within the first month. We know if you get 10 in play right away, 10 people exposed to the product or opportunity, and you launch with 1 or 2 events in your first month, the likelihood is you're going to get your first promotion and your first paycheck. Okay, so we know these disciplines work. That's why we have them in these steps, okay? Step number 5 was launch with an event. Number 6 is set up your business, okay? Set up your wallets, get your website, set up your profile. In the back office under Getting Started Right, there's going to be a little kind of a checklist area that are all the things to set up your business, like set up your smart delivery. One thing that's often missed is take a before and after photo, okay? If you're going to use the skincare products, take a before and after photo. So get that front side photo. If you're going to go for Zen and try to have some type of kind of transition in your health, if you feel comfortable, you don't have to put them on Facebook. Do it for yourself, okay? Take those before and after photos, because sometimes to measure results on ourselves, you're looking at yourself every day. You're not going to notice it as easily. You take some before and after photos, and it gives you that encouragement and that drive to keep going in whatever you're following, whether it's your skincare regimen, whether it's a Zen program to get healthy and fit and in shape, okay? And number 7 is, I like to cap off my training with number 7 because it's participate in the travel program. Probably one of the most significant parts of our compensation plan is our travel point system, okay? And our travel point system is simply every time you sign up a customer, every time you're purchasing an event pack, and there's a whole list of ways that you earn travel points. I'm actually going to come back tomorrow in the main session and train on that specifically. But going to any one of the company trips, and about every 6 months, we have an unbelievable trip at some type of tropical destination. And about every 6 months after that, we have some big live, big event. And you can earn points for travel, for hotel, credits towards airfare. Some of these trips are all inclusive, where the food is included, the drink is included, and different trips and different excursions. It's an amazing way. And that is the Jeunesse lifestyle, is being able to earn some extra money and go on incredible trips and meet friends from around the world. So hopefully today has helped you get started right. And as someone that maybe is not new, it helps you get your people started right as well. So with that, I appreciate all of you, Jeunesse family. It's been an awesome little section here. And let's make sure we get our distributors started right.
Thank you, Mark Smith. What an incredible segment. Listen, guys, just like Mark said, it's all about the right mindset for the success in this industry. Like, I don't always want to go to the gym, but I have the right mindset, especially because I have this gigantic poster of our guru, Mark McDonald, pointing his finger at me. It motivates me. It gets me into the right mindset. So that's what it's all about. So for our next speaker, he has been in this industry for 13 years. For him, one of the best things about this industry is the ability to world school his children, which is incredible. He's out here changing millions of lives. So without further ado, ways to increase affirmation and the belief. Please welcome to the stage, IRMA Director Dale Munger.